Before we start this video, what I want to make very, very clear is this is not some nonsense six-pack super wonder secret. This is something that is legitimate, you can do at home, at work, on the road even, and it will 100% help you get a slimmer, thinner, trimmer waist, plus a stronger core. So please stay tuned, comment if you need to with any questions. Guys, help each other out in the comment section if you know the answers. And let's get started.
Never too late to change your life. The story's not over. The ending is mine. Whatever it takes.
First things first, I'm sorry. It's been a few days since I got an upload up, and it's simply because I've been so freaking busy. We have the brand new Desire brand launch. This is the prime launch for the whole new styling of the brand. The restyling to high street. Gym wear's gone. It's gone. There's enough. We don't need any more. But you know what we do need? Nice shit to wear outside the gym. Jumper, t-shirt. Five new items launching tonight at 6 p.m. British time. Don't know what that is in the rest of the world. 2 new t-shirts. These are all stretch fit, long line, tailored, hand stitched, all custom made from the stitches up. I mean, it's been a long road designing all these panels and getting everything to look right and fit right and feel right, but I think we're finally there. We've got the 2 jumpers and we have the final racer back, which we only actually brought back because we released the other one and you guys went mental for it, the camo style, so we released this one as like a homage to that. Guys, you've been talking about the jeans. You can see the jeans that I'm wearing here. They are going to be in our next launch, which will be towards the back end of November, and a whole host of other things, so stay tuned. Thank you all for the support so far. 6 p.m. tonight, that goes live. Thank you all. You've been amazing with the support, and I hope you like it. On with the video. So what we're talking about here is creating a thinner, trimmer waist. Everybody wants that V taper. Everybody wants a flatter stomach. And what I want to do here is cover a couple of things that maybe you don't know that can benefit you, that will make you feel better, that will reassure you that you're on the right path. And there's very simple fixes for issues that you might have about yourself. Hopefully. So obviously, first off, we need to understand that to see abdominals and to have that kind of ripped look, you do need to have a lower body fat percentage. But to have a flatter stomach and less bulbous, one that doesn't bulge as much, bubble gut. What you need to be doing is making sure that you're training all levels of your core muscles. Everybody concentrates on the abs because they're the bits that you see, they're the bits that stick on the outside. But there are sheaths and sheaths of muscle behind those which help keep those abs flat and give you control during a multitude of other lifts such as squats, deadlifts, overhead presses, even bench pressing. The core is a major part of your body that a lot of people tend to neglect. So what I want to do is strengthen the core from the outside in. This is your front, turn sideways so your abs are all here. Now you see those guys who've got those big abs, but yet they seem to have a belly. So behind your abs you have all these other muscles that work in synergy with the bits you can see. What happens is the muscles behind you, if they're not worked behind the major muscles, they can be weak. They're not very good at stabilizing and they're often not engaged properly, so they're not activated. So when they're not activated, it means the muscles that have been worked, because you can work some muscles whilst ignoring others, hence the outer abs, which everyone tends to focus on, they can be big. Now if the muscles behind it are weak and relaxed, that's going to let those outer muscles sit bulge like this. Now, if you were to engage these inner muscles and have them engaged permanently because you activate them all the time, they will then become stronger, pull that midsection in and hold it nice and tight and flat. The problem is most people don't work the inner muscles, so they're weak, they're not engaged, and boom, we get bubble gut. You never really need to leave the foundational level. You can progress with foundational movements for years and years and years just by increasing the intensity of the way the movement is utilized, i.e. slowing down the reps, holding them for longer, utilizing more weight. But there's no need to ever do any of these weird, twisty, super duper, hanging flag core exercises to get a good core. No doubt they do help and they're a massive progressional point, but you shouldn't be looking at those crazy things before you've mastered the simple basics. So we're going to cover some of those simple basic rules today, and we're also going to cover one other major factor. Everyone that you look at on still images or during workouts, you're effectively looking at the best version of them. No one's going to put up pictures of them just looking standard. That's not going to benefit the like profile per picture, etc. blah analytics. Essentially, what you're looking at is a primed peak image of somebody. You're not looking at their everyday physique, and I think this gives some of you guys a warped opinion on what people look like. So today, we're gonna do this routine. It's early in the day, it's the start of the day. I've only had a couple of teas. I'm British, I've got to have my brews. And some fruit. So I'm pretty flat, I'm not pumped up, and I'm gonna show you what the physique looks like when it's not pumped up. So essentially, you're looking at the real me. When you see me on Instagram, I say it in videos all the time, there's Lex and then there's Instagram Lex. And Instagram Lex, unless it's like a fashionable shot or something, is me in the middle of a workout, primed, pumped, looking my best. So I want to show you what I look like normally, and hopefully this will make you understand that we are normal human beings, we're not superheroes. We don't walk around looking super 3D, multivascular all the time. It's just not possible. Natural lighting, no lights on overhead. So this is kind of the most raw way of looking at myself that I can create for you guys that keeps it nice and realistic. Is what I normally look like in the morning. This is how I look, no pump, this is just it. Then I'm going to pump up and show you the difference I can make just with 50 or so press-ups. This isn't just me showing you something about Instagram fakes or anything like that. What I'm showing you is you need to be looking at your body in two ways. You need to be looking at it in an inactive way and understanding that it's fine to look a little bit softer, not as vascular, not as pumped when you are not active. And then also taking advantage of looking at yourself in the mirror when you're in the middle of your workout so that you can see your body at its prime, because that is what you really look like. And you should be utilizing the mirrors to check this out when you're training so that you're giving yourself that mental boost and understanding that you are progressing and you do look good. Just please, please, please guys understand that when that pump goes down and you flatten off, that's completely and utterly normal. Do not let it make you get a little bit depressive. It's fine. Happens to us all. We wish it didn't, but it does. Here we go. Raw look at Lex. Just gonna put the hat on so I don't distract you. With my lion mane. I can put hats on. It's hard to judge body fat. You can't do it unless you're floating in a tank of water and someone's sticking electrodes near you. So we're going to say somewhere between 10-12%. Okay? You can see there's no crazy veins going away like you see most of the time. Yes, my arms look lean and detailed, but this is just the benefit of a lot of years training. I've been training for 15 years. If I didn't look like this when I took my top off, normal off season, that'd be pretty shabby, wouldn't it? You can see I hold a relatively good condition all year round. This is completely manageable. This is even manageable for me now because I've held the muscle for such a long time that my body has adapted to keeping that muscle. When you are fresh to the game and you're just building new muscle, it is also lost very, very quickly. You have to build the muscle, then you have to dig that muscle in by maintaining it over a long period of time, which is one huge reason, guys, why you shouldn't be bulking for 10 weeks and cutting for 10 weeks. You can't grow in 10 weeks. 12 months. Concentrate on growing for 12 months. Nice and steady, nice and slow, and keep it lean. Here we go. 50 press ups, then we'll have another look. There we go. 50 press ups done, and you can see the shoulders start to fill up, the chest starts to fill and look bigger, which then gives me the illusion of a greater V taper, more size. The veins are starting to pop here, here, here. Can you see? And that's literally after 50 press ups. No carbs, just a couple of cups of tea. Now imagine if I've done everything properly. I've had my pre-carb workout meal, I've had my fast carbs during my training. I've got a pump product in me which helps fill me with blood and make me more vascular. Now you can see how you turn from normal Lex to Insta-Lex. Hopefully guys, this gives you a little bit of perspective into those pictures now so you know what you're looking at and then what that then is in reality. Make sense? Anyway, let's move on to creating those thin, tight, V-tapered looking waistlines. So what we're going to be focusing on today is something called a vacuum and planks. They are two major things that you can do anywhere. As you can see before, I was just wearing one of my t-shirts. I've got on below the jeans. These are the ones that we're going to be releasing in a couple of weeks. So I just got those jeans on. I even have some completely unsporty, pure fashion trainers on. And the reason I've got these on is to show you that you can do this wearing anything, anytime. So let's start looking at the vacuum. So I'm going to set a challenge now to myself and to you guys. For the next 4 weeks, I want you to do these vacuums every single day. I want you to do them in the morning or the evening, and I want you to take progressional pictures. I'm going to do the same thing. And in 4 weeks' time, I'm going to have you guys tweet me your start and your end picture. We're going to pick a winner. I'm going to give you away a gift pack. It'll be full of some Gymshark, some EHP, and some Desire wear. Sound good? Incentive? Awesome. Now what I'm talking about before is when you see people with abs in it, I can't really do it, but they blow out a little bit and they look like this. If I cover my back, it makes it look, and they look like that. What happens is that's because the internals are weak, so it's not pulling the abs in. So I'm going to set a challenge now to myself and to you guys. For the next 4 weeks, I want you to do these vacuums every single day. I want you to do them in the morning or the evening, and I want you to take progressional pictures. I'm going to do the same thing. And in 4 weeks' time, I'm going to have you guys tweet me your start and your end picture. We're going to pick a winner. I'm going to give you away a gift pack. Sound good? Incentive? Awesome. Now there are different ways of doing this. On your hands and knees, lying on your back, or sitting down. But I want to give you something you can do anywhere. So we're going to do the seated and the standing. Starting position, as best posture as we can have. So we want to squeeze your glutes just to pull your hips in. So rather than being relaxed and like this, you can squeeze your glutes and pull your hips in. And we're going to aim to have a nice flat stomach, but be nice and relaxed. From this point, what you want to do, it's not a matter of just breathing in. What we're trying to do is we're trying to pull the abdomen in and up. So we're trying to go like this. That makes sense? In and up. You can put your hands forward to help you pull that in. Or obviously you can rest on something in front of you around about chest height, and again, suck in and hold. But here's the thing. You're going to count for 30 seconds. You're going to hold this for 30 seconds, but every 5 seconds, I want you to pull in again, because I guarantee after 5 or so seconds, even though it's hurting, those weak muscles are starting to release the vacuum, and you will find that every 5 seconds you try and pull in a bit harder, it will go back in because you will have subconsciously released a little bit. So 30 seconds, you're going to do 5 rounds of that. You're going to take 30 seconds break in between. Remember, every 5 seconds, re-pull, re-pull, re-pull. Get it in your head. Make it rhythmic. And this is going to give you control. It's going to also make you realize when you're relaxing without even knowing it, which again is going to give you more control. Now the other variation I want to go through with you is the seated variation. And this is because you can do this at an office desk. And mainly though, you can do this on your drive into work, on your drive home from work. Sitting posture. When you're sat somewhere, start getting in the habit. Chest high, shoulders back. Most people sit like this, hunched and relaxed. This is what we don't want. So to set your shoulders properly, all you're going to do is sit tall. You're going to put your hands on your upper chest here. You'll see how automatically my shoulders drop back. And then you're going to drop your arms down from there. Where your shoulders sit is where they need to stay. Very simple but very effective way of setting your posture. Driving or at your desk, hands on your desk. All you're going to do is from your good posture position, driving away, you're just going to pull in. Vacuum as you drive, holding and pulling in and up. If you just want to do seated, you can put your hands on your knees and just vacuum. Every 5 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull. All you're going to do is count to 5, 6 times, and that's one set done. Desk, driving, at home watching the TV. These are all times you can just do this. Ideally, I want you guys to be hitting this twice a day, but at least once for the next 4 weeks. So, even if you're holding a higher body fat percentage, because your stomach will no longer be allowed to sit out here and naturally pull itself in, your whole midsection is going to get tighter and look smaller. So whether you're in a cut or whether you're in a gain, whether you feel that your body fat percentage is too high, that's not an excuse to not do any of this. It's going to benefit you whatever stage you are at. So moving on now, I want to take a look at one more thing, the plank. I just want to take a quick look at this because I see a lot of people doing it and I think a lot of people are doing it wrong. With the plank, what you'll find is a lot of people are tending to hold the weight here instead of here. So they end up with burning shoulders and legs because they're the points that they're allowed to take the load. You have to put the load on the abs. And I'm going to show you how to do that really simply. Hat change, it's too floppy. That's what I'm talking about. Moving on. So the focus here has to be on the abs, not the legs. Put the load on the abs. How to do that? So if you don't know what the plank is, you basically set your elbow shoulder width apart, feet on the floor. You're going to lift your midsection up and hold here. And this is called the plank. So this is designed to work the core by keeping the body elevated using the stomach muscles. The problem is, a lot of people put the load onto their legs and their arms. They take away the majority of the work that could be going on the core. So basically all they're doing at this point is stabilizing the body with the core rather than taking the weight with the core. Makes sense? Makes sense in my head. A really simple way of making sure you're loading the core. Once up into the position, make sure you squeeze your glutes. See how it pulls me in? I'm squeezing my glutes. I'm pulling my lower abs into my lower back. So I'm pulling upward. I'm actively pulling my abs in and up. I'm not just flattening them off. I'm doing like I would with the vacuum, but what I'm not doing is going in and up. I'm just pulling them in. From this point here, I relax the shoulders, and I'm also, you see my knees are bolt upright at the moment. I'm just gonna relax my knees ever so slightly. This is gonna force you to maintain that body position, holding with your abs. You can hear my voice shaking because my abs are now engaged. I'm pulling in with my abs. It's kind of hard to breathe. If you can hold that, for more than a minute, you've been doing the plank correctly. From doing the normal plank, you can progress to doing a side plank, which is where you have your feet on the floor like this. All hips, knees, feet, all in alignment, elbow underneath, and you're going to lift up and hold here. Again, same things apply. Relax the legs, relax here, and focus on tightening up here, mind to muscle. And then progression from there would be lifting up one leg and holding. So there you have it. Some really, really simple ways to work your core, work that mind to muscle, and improve the plank and do it properly. Thank you all very much for the support. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up, it really does help. So that's the end of this video. 6 PM tonight, new Desire wear, desirebrand.com. We will be launching at 6 PM UK time. 2 jumpers, 2 t-shirts, the Racerback. Thank you all for the crazy amount of support that you've shown and the patience that you've shown. Jeans are already going to go into production as of next week, and they'll be here at the end of November. Winter may be coming, but that doesn't mean we can't all look good. Put in the work, Lex. Core out.
I am back and I'm even better.